Now they're the husband and wife duo who've helped countless people over the years on the show.
Well, now Nick and Eva Speakman are helping you find your inner confidence as they release a new book. I've got it here, Everyday Confidence, and I would have thought that now more than ever before, over the past 18 months or so, our confidence has taken a big knock.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons that we wrote it, actually. We actually wrote that in lockdown because what we were noticing was that people were starting to tell us that they'd been confident and now they were losing confidence in themselves, in their abilities, in actually going out and having the life that they had previously. So that was a big motivator.
And is there a difference between confidence and self-esteem?
Yeah, very much so, because confidence is contextual. We're all confident in certain areas, and the ideal is to be confident in every area. And self-esteem is how we judge ourselves with the world, and it's actually self-esteem that bolsters our confidence.
OK.
And you say that we all have an inner critic. I mean, I know mine is loud, angry and horrible. But so how do I silence my inner critic?
I've got a great tip for that. So if ever you hear that inner voice or that inner critic saying something negative, you've got to end the sentence with "but luckily." So whatever it is that you're saying, you know, that I can't do this, but luckily I can learn. And it's to give a twist and also to understand where that voice came from, because the fact that you've got an inner critic would suggest that you're judging yourself on behalf of somebody else because of something that may have happened in the past.
And also, Simon, to consider stopping the overgeneralisations, because too many people say, I've never been confident, I've always been this, and stopping those, because the words that we say to ourselves have more impact than the ones that we say to others.
Yeah.
You also touched on the book on things like shyness and blushing as well. I mean, how difficult is blushing to control, because it's a natural response to something, isn't it?
It is, but actually blushing is a trigger. So it's actually a symptom of a trigger. So what actually happens when we blush, if we feel uncomfortable or anxious, then our fight or flight response kicks in, we get adrenaline, and then that adrenaline actually expands our blood capillaries, which are near our skin, which makes us blush. So the question is, why did we get that awareness? Because ultimately, shyness is learned because we copy behaviour, or we learn something and think, oh gosh, I didn't like that feeling, so you try and hide yourself or stop that happening to you again.
Right, I see.
But let's rattle through as many calls as we can. We've got Debbie now on the phone. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Hiya, right, OK, so where's your confidence lacking?
Yeah, I just need some help with my confidence and self-esteem, because this last year, amongst COVID and everything else, I've actually got divorced after 20 years, and my daughter was diagnosed with ASD, and I've come for it for a long time and put a lot of weight on, and my husband said that I'd let myself go, and didn't find me attractive anymore.
Okay.
Well,
that's
that's a hell of an 18 months that you
It really is, Deb, and I'm really, really sorry that you've been through that, and I'm really sorry that your husband said that to you, because actually, and this is all of us, you know, our perception of ourselves is often based on how other people have made us feel. And the question is, you know, what was your husband's motive? Why would he say that? Because ultimately, I know that you're no longer together, so I'd like you to consider that was actually his justification, because, in my opinion, he was letting you down. You know, you got married. He made a promise to you, you know, in sickness and in health, and you know, that you're going to be together, and he's kind of offloading the fact that he's leaving on you, really. Yeah. So what I would now like you to do, to help you and to boost your confidence, I want you to, the people that love you in your life, I would like you to ask them, why do they love you? I want you to hear how amazing you are, because, you know, your family and the people that love you wouldn't lie to you. And obviously, if you're saying, oh, I can't believe that, then that's like you're saying that what they're saying isn't true. So I want you to ask all your family why they love you. I want you to start saying thank you to compliments. So many of us, people give us a compliment, and we just brush it away. And that is like giving back a gift. And for every time we brush a compliment away, that's actually chipping away and destroying our self-esteem. So for every time, and at first, it can seem really difficult when somebody gives you a compliment, but honestly, all you have to say is thank you. Because by saying thank you, you're accepting that compliment. So I'd like you to do that. I'd like you to practice gratitude every morning, to realise how amazing you are, and to the things that you've achieved in your life. And finally, and this is something that all of us can do, it's kind of a fake it till you make it, decide what kind of person that you want to be, and you start to imagine what that person's going to be like and start to rehearse it. You know, any brilliant actor or actress, they actually they embrace that role, they practice it, they rehearse it. I want you to do the same, because you need to find and realise just how incredible you are.
Well, Debbie, you've got some homework to do there, and I hope that helps. Good luck. You'll get there.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We've got Amy on the line now. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
Hello, lovely to talk to you. So you're a single mum and you're struggling with your lack of confidence as well.
Yes, I am. And my problem is confidence in going to kind of achieve my dreams. I've previously set up a business, and I kind of have peaks and troughs with my confidence, where I feel super confident and I go out there and I want to achieve something for me and my children. And then it just dips, and then I kind of lose momentum with it, and I really kind of struggle. It's like my inner critic, as Phil previously said. But it's just, yeah, it's a battle constantly, and I just want to keep that consistency and hopefully achieve something in life.
Yeah, okay.
OK, well, the first thing I'd like you to consider, Amy, is that we all have ups and downs in life. No one is immune to a bad day. And if you, it sounds like you've had a great day, you've set a business up, and then you let it go because you let the bad days, or you focus on the bad days as opposed to focusing on the good ones. So one thing that I'd like you to do is think about, right, the fact that you've set a business up, that's amazing, right? Focus on those days. But it sounds like that you have, you say about your inner critic, but ultimately someone else as an external critic that's convinced your inner critic. Is that someone in your circles at all?
Yes, definitely. I think it's been sort of throughout my whole life, to be honest.
OK, could I ask you who that is, if I may?
Yeah, it's my parents mainly. It's just that they're quite kind of negative in their own way about everything, and I think it's kind of just had an impact on me going forward.
Can I ask you something to consider? Because it's being a parent, it's, you know, we get things wrong, we can't get everything right. And I think that what you might find, and can I ask you, if your parents say that, do your parents, do they criticise you to others, or do they talk about your successes to others?
No, successes to others, but just kind of more negative to myself.
Right, I want you to consider that they're being negative to you because they want you to get shortcuts in life. What they want to do through their experience, they're actually trying to motivate you with the shortcuts as opposed to criticise you and bring you down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Right, and there's just a lack of communication. It's just that what they've not said to you is, look, we are criticising you because we want you to be better.
Yeah, and also, write on a big piece of paper, failure only exists if I quit. Because other than that, you know, if anything actually does go wrong, you're actually learning from it.
That's
luck.
so good. Thank
Thank you, guys.
It
Thank
really
you very much
changes
indeed.
Thank you.
Everyday confidence, boost your self-worth and build unshakable confidence is out tomorrow.